and his partner Peanut. Peanut, we love y'all.
I'd rather be with you. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you
Till I'm dead. Oh yes, I do. I'd rather be with you until that day will fly away. I used to love that smiling face in her early side. I can have you to myself, then life's so fine.
I'd rather be with you.
Oh baby, yeah, I'd rather be with you.
I'd rather be with you.
How do you feel about what that kind of judging does to the integrity of boxing? Because it was such a sham.
I feel like this type of behaviour puts people off boxing. Boxing's a gentleman's sport. It's a battle of two sportsmen at the highest level, giving it their all for glory. And when stuff like this happens, you know, I've been away from my family for 10 weeks in a training camp, sacrificed everything, and worked so hard over the last 14, 15 months to get here. And, you know, to have everything taken away from me over some judge who didn't know what he was looking at, it is a travesty and it is damaging to boxing. Because the fans can see what's going on. Every respected sports writer and champion boxer from the past, and everybody knows about boxing. Everybody said I won that fight. That judge gave me a losing 115, 111. I don't know what fight he was watching. I really don't.
I had you not.
My job is to cover the sport. Even though time and time again, since I've been on YouTube for 8 years now, seriously for 4, race always gets involved when some controversy involving a non-black fighter and me rooting for a non-black fighter or supporting a non-black fighter or just calling it like it is with a non-black fighter. I guess what I'm saying is not to confuse myself or to cut the fucking bullshit and not dance around it. Because I'm black to the black community, I'm supposed to support fighters because of their black. Like, that makes no sense to me. It makes me sick. That's why you motherfuckers be losing so much money gambling, like motherfuckers was gambling on Adrian Broner to beat Marcos Maidana. Now, here's the dumb shit I'm hearing. That because Deontay Wilder, I have compiled, they're here on the channel. Over the weekend, 13,000 plus comments. 13,000 plus comments. A lot of them, a lot of the negative ones are, you fucking coon, Sambo ass, tap dancing nigga, you should be ashamed of yourself, saying some shit like that about Deontay Wilder. Now, if I was some soft motherfucker, I'd be like, oh, the abuse, oh, God, oh, why they do this to me? But I'm not in the wrong. And then when you listen to the logic of how the naysayers are saying Tyson Fury lost that fight, is because of the 2 knockdowns. They're not saying that he lost the fight because of because of the point system in regards to the 2 knockdowns, because he was knocked down twice. How the fuck you lose a fight? How the fuck you get knocked down twice and still win a fight? Because of a point system. What rounds can you go and give Deontay Wilder? At best, I can find 2. But if he wins 2, still, nonetheless, Tyson Fury can be knocked down 2 times and still win the fight. This is not a situation where it's like, but Canelo and Golovkin, that was different. Tyson Fury won this fight. And Deontay Wilder's got to run it back. Remember, Ward ran it back with Kovalev, closed the deal. Canelo Golovkin, there's still some unfinished business there, but nonetheless, Canelo changed the game plan. Wilder's got to run it back. The problem is he's the champion, and for this fight to be successful, it's got to happen over in the UK, like really successful. It's big. There was a rematch clause, but since the fight was a draw, it goes out the window. It's up to both of these fighters right now. Deontay Wilder can go the route of fighting his mandatory, and his team, I mean, I guess that would be a sign of his team saying, well, yeah, we got to dial you back a bit. His mandatory is Dominic Breazeale, by the way, fighting on December the 22nd here in New York. I'm trying to go to that fight, by the way, to talk to him. He's going to be having a media call likely coming up soon, too. Right now, Tyson Fury, in my opinion, is the best heavyweight in the world. Anthony Joshua has the belts. But see, another thing I get mixed up in is because people say, well, you know, Deontay Wilder still beats the Anthony Joshua. Listen, both of those fights are huge fights now. Tyson Fury has effectively, even if he didn't win the fight, has effectively re-injected himself into the top 3 of the heavyweight division. Even if I have him number 1, you got to have him top 3, right? Now, definitely. He is a threat to Anthony Joshua. He is a threat to Deontay Wilder, and vice versa. That's why they all have to fight. People like to put words in your mouth when you work on social media, and also they live in a warped sense of reality that people think that when you work online, or if you do like something creative with your life, that you're some type of nerd or geek or something. That's a fallacy. But, however, I do take great pride in what I do. Why? Because here we're not motivated by money. We're not even motivated by views. However, we need the views. We need the money to, like, motherfuckers send people to events and shit. Events that we get denied to, by the way. But that's a whole different thing. The point is, I want you to know that the videos that I produce, the videos that you've seen this weekend, it's common. We've been doing the same thing for 8 years now. All this is by design. Only thing is, in order to stay relevant and to keep up with the times, we had to, change our format, which is the reason why people say, why don't you have as many subscribers as the other channels that don't be talking shit? Well, in order to get here, we had to take some time off. And also, I've had some issues, health issues, as you can see. The past. What we want here is media transparency. Here, there's transparency. If you've noticed, I upload chats where we have not one person on our block list on this channel. Also, I answer all the comments. I'm very easily accessible. So what that means here is that if I'm saying some bullshit, I'm not going to censor you. However, I'm not going to let my media integrity be swayed because of my race or people's religions or whatever. I keep that shit straight boxing. Even though people be on some dickhead shit outside the ring, I keep that shit straight boxing. We have no allegiances to anybody. Even though people see that shit back there, let me tell you that I'm supposed to have all kind of Showtime shit and everything up, and HBO shit too. ESPN shit. I'm going to have all kind of shit up, but I never got around to it. We are going to get around to it, though. Decorating the set. Shit is too bland. That's why I started making colors brighter and shit. Tyson Fury's been through a lot, man. I've been there, too. People always... I've learned. I have been there, and I'm going through it right now. When you've gone through mental health issues in your past and you've sought help, you are branded with a stigma. Oh, that person is crazy, or this person His shit was, if he loses, he's going to go back to the bottle or go back to doing coke. Even Deontay Wilder at the press conference threw that shit around. People made so much shit about Deontay Wilder in the 400 years in Radio Raheem situation. That shit, did you notice they was cool? It's fight week shit. Even me, I stirred the pot during fight week. I be stirring the shit out that pot. People get so caught up in that shit. Boxing is a business. Tyson Fury's not racist. Deontay Wilder's not racist. I just hope and pray that pay-per-view is successful. It had to feel. It was that presentation. It's nothing like a pay-per-view fight here in the States. It's nothing like it. Ticket sales, I have the official number. It came in a press release. I forgot I don't have it for you. I'm a little bit behind because what happened, a lot of people have been asking what happened with my post-fight videos. Here, I can take this off for now. Some crazy shit happened with Showtime CBS where my videos were being manually detected not only by CBS but by the anti-piracy company. many people who do videos and probably try to upload highlights maybe had their shit taken down by them too. But I dispute it. With my videos were taken down within they were blocked within an hour. I appealed. They were unblocked, and then within 6 hours they were completely taken down. That's why they really did good views. And then when I saw they were completely taken down, and I would have to file a legal dispute before I did that, I said, let me just get these other videos out and worry about that shit later on down the line. You know, you got to pick and choose your battles. But they got me good. You got me good, CBS. But what we did was we re-uploaded our shit instead. We didn't re-upload. We redid them without the highlights to get the point across. It's like, it's about boxing. We don't need all them highlights and all that shit to spread the word. I watch a lot of fights. This is not just a Tyson Fury. I'm not going to be doing fucking all these different Tyson Fury videos and Deontay Wilder videos every week. It's too much boxing to be covered. December is a busy month. So the way it works is after every big fight, I covered the key stuff, you know, like a secondary video, you know, after all the post-fight press conferences is over, after the fighters get home, injury updates, everything like that. Then, you know, we got to start the cut discussing pay-per-view buys. The point I was trying to get to earlier is that there was about 17,300. I forgot the exact number, but there were 17,000 plus there. I'm not trying to hear all that shit that they fucking gave out tickets and all that. Pay-per-views are big. The walk-up, you know, likely was big because of it's in L.A. But however, I don't think this is going to have them doing fights in L.A. again. Some scary shit. I'm just hoping and praying this fight did 300,000 pay-per-view buys at $74.99. Now, people say 300. That's listen, for Deontay Wilder to headline an American pay-per-view along with a non-American fighter, that's crazy. If it does those numbers. Still, nonetheless, this fight was good for boxing, even though the outcome was not good for boxing. You know, this judge, Alejandro Rochin, Rochin, gave the first 4 rounds to Deontay Wilder. Now, how do you score fights? Now, everybody scores fights differently. This is one of my techniques that I learned a long time ago. There's 3 minutes in the round. Score them 1 minute each, you know, and then you gotta. It's a third minute. You got to give it to somebody, right? But it's a point system. It's a point system. Just because he got knocked down, and then people talk about the count. Wait, let me show you something. I don't know how to explain this any better than this, but it's a good thing that Tyson Fury wasn't on the ground flailing around, or he didn't try to immediately get up and try to roll over and then tumble over. Then the referee would have had, you know, would have likely stopped the fight. Many other referees would have likely stopped the fight. However, a good referee, Jack Reese, in which he's always been. Here, as you can see this thumbnail right here, Tyson Fury is looking him directly in his face. They had eye contact. He was going for a minute, though. Fury was going for a minute, though. But this is a bit right here. Now, I'm not trying to get religious or anything like that, but I had my little bit of a religious experience early this year. This is where, you know, things get a little crazy. Let me stop cursing, I guess, since I'm talking about such a... But that was a little bit of divine intervention right there. Referee gave him some extra time. He rolled his ass over. Here, let me show y'all. He rolled his ass over and got his ass up. This is a friend of mine, Ray, with FightView 360, who did this timing right here. Also, take note, another homie of mine, TY, which I thought was common knowledge anyway, but you guys don't know. Also, look at Fury looking at the count. Is that the referee should or supposed to wait till the other fighter goes to the neutral corner. So there's always going to be a little bit of time slippage right there. And then with a guy like Deontay Wilder, you definitely want to make sure he's out the way. Remember that referee, what was that guy's name that had to literally fly in to tackle him from fucking windmill turbine destroying Gerald Washington? You got to be careful with Deontay Wilder. So people are like, he should have been counted out, the referee. This makes no sense, guys. Tyson Fury won the fight, or he should have. However, we know how it works in boxing or hometown cooking. And also we know, as I've said before, and you should know, despite what you may think about him and the way you bring up, you know, he should have took this money and that money, Deontay Wilder has a very powerful team behind him. Very, very powerful. In fact, the most powerful team in boxing. In Al Haymon PBC Showtime. And that's not a myth. So for people to say that, well, the cards, you know, I mean, look at this right here. Now, the good thing Ray did was when he hits the ground, he starts his timer. He took that deep breath. Like, that shows to me he was conscious. Like, he took that deep breath. And then he put his own, you know, he was cool. He followed all of the proper directions. And in a big fight like this, of this magnitude, Jack Reese did the right thing. And I'm not the only one that's going to tell you this. As I'm not just the black to the black guy like, man, you're not siding with your people. Y'all some idiots. Y'all some idiots. They call it the crab in the barrel mentality. Put your racial bigotry aside. Tyson Fury should have won this fight. On points. By the way, boxing should and supposed to be scored. Let's listen to some more of him on Piers Morgan, by the way. We're going to talk about what's possibly next, because we don't want to be here forever.
9 rounds up until the 9th when he finally did something. You'd won the first 8 rounds, to my view, quite comfortably. I'm not an expert, but I know what I'm watching in a ring. And it was just seemed to me you were completely out.
And that judge had me losing. Yeah, that judge had me losing the first 6 rounds. So
ridiculous.
I'm not sure what he was watching or where he's got his refereeing skills from, his judging skills rather. But I'm not too sure. But it's devastating, and I do think something needs to be done to prevent this from happening in the future.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's damaging. I've worked so hard for something and not to be rewarded with it over some guys' bad judging.
Can you describe that moment at the end of the fight when you believe that you've won, but then you hear what the judges think about the fight?
To be honest, my dad said, you go in an away country, you find a home favourite, you're not going to get any favours done here, son. But I wasn't looking for favours. All I was asking for is fair treatment, which, to be honest, I can't say that any of the team or the referee or anybody did anything skullduggery. I got fair treatment, but when you know you've worked hard and climbed off the canvas and everything twice and battled back, I thought I definitely won. The only 2 rounds I lost were round 9 and round 12. Right. So even if they're 10-8 rounds, I still won 8-4. The feeling was catastrophic. When they said a draw, I could not believe what I was hearing. I tried to calm my brothers down and calm the team down, calm everybody down, because the last thing I wanted was a massive brawl going in the crowd or a massive riot, which could have happened if I wouldn't have calmed the situation down, which would have given boxing a bad reputation and my country a bad reputation, because, you know, travelling British fans don't have the best reputation anyway. So we didn't want to make it any worse with a riot at a boxing zone. So I tried to calm all the problems down and get out of there and not cause too much scene about it. But I'm absolutely devastated. I can't put into words how hard I've worked for this. And, you know, we all know I've won. Everybody who watched the fight knows I've won, but history will look back at this and say it was a draw, because nobody remember the controversy.
That's how it is. That's how it is. I just got an email right now. It is 6:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, December the 3rd, 2018. I just got an email that Deontay Wilder is having a media call tomorrow at 2 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern. Deontay Wilder to discuss split decision draw against Tyson Fury and what's being called the best heavyweight fight in years. This is going to be great. We're going to be streaming that live here. We cover all media calls, by the way. Here's what he had to say in the meantime until tomorrow. Deontay Wilder media calls are always good.
We should be taking the WBC home.
Hold on,
The
wait.
weight that you were a year ago and the weight you were fighting at, the speed that you were moving was extraordinary for a heavyweight fighter.
You know, I've worked really hard. I've done my best, and I should have been rewarded with the decision. We should be taking the WBC home back to Great Britain, but unfortunately, it stays in America. We both stay unbeaten, and we've got to roll the dice again. But like we said before, I don't want to cause a stigma and cause a massive scene about it. It was what it was. We can't undo decisions, but I just want to make sure that this doesn't happen again, because not everybody might be as mentally strong as me, and it could cause people to walk away from the sport. You never know what the future holds for people, but I won't like this to happen again. It's happened to me, it's happened to Lennox, it's happened to so many great fighters in the past, and it continues to happen throughout history. I've had 2.5 years out of the ring and only 2 comeback fights. That's me third fight in 5 years. So I'm only getting better and better and better. I can beat them all, but they need to fight me. We need to give Britain the biggest fight in British boxing history, and that's me and Joshua. Let's make it happen. The country wants it, I want it, everybody wants it. The only people who don't seem to want it is their team. Let's get it on, let's give the fans what they want, and let's have a real battle.
The other people who've had a journey and a battle.
He was also saying in the interview that he doesn't think Deontay Wilder is going to take the fight. I did talk about it in that Deontay Wilder does have that mandatory, and he can use that as an excuse. But like I said, Andre Ward, he took the rematch against Kovalev. Canelo, he wanted it and took the rematch. He even wants a third fight with Golovkin. There's a lot going on in boxing. Right now, there's so many heavyweights that want their shot, from Kubrat Pulev, who's the IBF mandatory. Big Baby Miller's still in the mix. Luis Ortiz. Dominic Breazeale has that mandatory spot. Right now, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and not Tyson Fury, he's in the clear. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, they have to fight each other, or one of them has to fight Fury. It has to happen. I wonder, see, here's the thing. I wonder who Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn, Joshua would rather work with, Frank Warren in their side, or Deontay Wilder in their side. Because BT Sport is involved, then with Anthony Joshua, the Zone in the States, and then Sky Sports. It's kind of a political mess. And then already the venue is already there. It's kind of a mess. Joshua may be the A side and in control, but the heat is on him. He hasn't shown no really like fold yet though. These motherfuckers not stupid. Anthony Joshua not stupid. He know he's got to fight one of these. Now the stakes are higher. The things are different. If these two don't get a deal done and say, yes, we are fighting each other soon, then Joshua and Hearn, they got to fight one of these people in April. Now Big Baby Miller is out. Dylan White, I'm sorry, is out. Winner of Dylan White, Derek Chisora. Usyk, yeah, they can go with that, but I'm sorry. He's got to fight one of these. Can we agree? The heavyweight division is we'll see though. In regards to the count, man, y'all got to let that shit go. He got up. He was cool. He made it up. For those who say it's long, go back and look and watch it over. Notice that Jack Reese had to make sure Deontay Wilder was out the motherfucking way. He didn't want to get chopped up by the windmill himself, get decapitated. So let's wait for those pay-per-view buys to come out. That Deontay Wilder media calls tomorrow. So, we're going to be, I was just talking about how we got to close this saga up. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.